Hi, bestie. Welcome back to the Blind Box Podcast. Today, we're talking about what happens when you venture beyond Pop Mart. As much as I love Pop Mart, they're definitely not the only player in the blind box and designer toys world. There are so many incredible artists, brands, and collectibles out there doing awesome things, and they're just waiting for us to discover them. To help us explore that a little more, I'm joined today by my friend Caitlin. Caitlin has a background in art and business as well, and you can really hear her passion for designer toys in our conversation. We're chatting about some of the brands and artists that she thinks deserve more attention. She also has a super exciting project in the works. I literally just found out about this, and I am so stoked to hear her vision and her goals for this project as she sets out to build her own destination for this community. You're not going to want to miss this episode. So grab a coffee, settle into your crafting, drive safely, whatever you're up to today. Let's hang out for a bit and listen to episode 5 of the Blind Box Podcast. I'm so thrilled that you're here. Today, I have my friend Caitlin with me, and we're going to talk about blind boxes beyond Pop Mart because there's a lot out there, and maybe it's just the little bubble that I'm in, but I don't see a lot of the other cool things that are out there, but I know Caitlin does. So first, I want to let Caitlin introduce herself and tell us about herself.
Hi, I'm Caitlin.
Waves to the computer.
I don't know. I don't do this very often. I'm waving to the computer. I'm Caitlin. What am I on TikTok? I don't know. Shards of Wind 00. I don't think I'm Shards of Wind.
I'll put it in the show notes.
I also have a secondary one that's called Vault and Vinyl Toy Company. Cool. Yes, I like Pop Mart, but it's definitely gone down on my list of like must-haves. It's just not so exciting anymore because most of their stuff is very repetitive, I feel like. And since they've gotten more popular, it just seems like they're rushing to produce things and it's just less interesting.
I think that happened with Skull Panda Feast Begins.
Not Feast Begins
Petals.
Was beautiful, but Petals
A lot of people were like, this is just repetitive. And
some of the designs were really cool,
yeah.
But some of them were like almost identical to other poses, and it just kind of looked like it was recycled, which more props to you. As an artist, I know that recycling is great. I don't want to spend $20 on a recycled figure that I already have, you know.
Right.
And we talked about this when I got them because it was my first thing that I ever bought a full set from Pop Mart. So I was really excited about when I got it, and then I opened it and I think I liked maybe 4 of them, and then I kept an extra 2 just because I didn't have like colorways in those colors, but other than that, like
I took all the rest.
Yeah, and I have a lot of, honestly, thinking about it, I was gonna say I have a lot of Skull Pandas, but I really don't have that many. I mean, they still make some cool things. It's just, I want new stuff. I want it to look different if I'm gonna keep spending my money on it.
Yeah.
And I'm still gonna like buy 1 or 2 of them, like when I cherry pick them to come out. Just, there are sets on other IPs with other brands that just blow me out of the water. They're anywhere between $5 to $10 less. They're 10 times more intricate, and I've never seen anything like them. And they're so cool. And you can't find them in person around here anywhere. It's crazy. So I think that's why we feel like we're in that Pop Mart bubbles, because that's what we have access to here.
That's true.
And we have Miniso, but our Minisos at least barely have anything. It's almost all Hello Kitty stuff.
Yeah.
And then we've got Tasso Life and Ibisu, but again, it's a very limited stock of other big brands. Like you can get Ran, which is cool because it's one of the only places you can get a Ran around here.
Yeah.
But like Ran, a couple, maybe 1 or 2 Lita types of things. You can get Nancy's left and right, which is great because they're super cheap and they have a lot of really cool designs. I got super excited going to Miniso because it was the only place I've ever seen Casa. I'm Not a Baddie series or their newer series. I think it's called Weird Tales. I bought them for $15 on TikTok Shop. The premise for Casa is she is been transported into like this fantastical, like kind of evil spirit realm, and she's searching for someone, But while she's searching for someone, she's like she has a whole bunch of different masks she wears to blend in with like the evil spirits.
Oh, cool.
So she is crying under all of them because she's actually like a scared, like a terrified girl just trying to save her loved one. But she's on this like fantastical adventure, overcoming her fears and like finding a way to blend in. And like, it's really cool series. And they're bigger than Pop Mart boxes. And just the details are really, really cool. And a lot of the pieces, like they're magnetized and they come off and it's pretty high quality. It's nice.
Yeah.
And they just came out with, they have a couple of plushes of those as well. I think my favorite new IP, or at least my favorite new IP house, is probably Dodo Sugar. And it's not new, but it's slept on. And they just launched their newest series, which is Dodo Nami Strange Tales. And they're really pretty, really pretty. They've got a kind of gothy, a little bit spooky vibe, but also like traditional Chinese.
Yeah, you've shown me these.
Yeah, so these ones just came out last week on the 19th.
Oh, these are
this one,
gorgeous.
the series. And what's really cool about the series in particular, is the Dodo Sugar, the people who make them, actually like showed all of the pictures and like their sneak peek videos of each individual figure. And then people gave them feedback on Rednote and on Instagram as they were giving these things, and they actually made changes in production based off of the feedback that they were given. You know, with some people were disappointed with some things, and there's one particular in this one where it's a vase. She's sitting in a broken vase. And in the picture, it had like a lily pad that you could put in or take out of it, but the actual figure itself didn't have it. And a lot of the feedback was, we really like all of these intricate figures that you have in the you know, the 2D drawings and the renderings, but where are they in the actual like production? Why aren't they with the dolls? So they really took that feedback to heart and pushed out production and added it in.
Wow.
So now you can actually, like, it comes with it, but you can also like put other flowers in there if you want. It looks really cool. And they made a couple of other little adjustments to some of the other figures in production, which was, I don't know, I think that's really cool. And Pop Mart would never.
No, I know that. I was literally just talking about how it doesn't seem like Pop Mart really cares about the customer that much. With the whole plush pendant delays in the United States, just lack of any information about
the transparency.
It doesn't seem like it's this two-way communication cycle between the consumer and the company, the way that you're describing.
Yeah. And like the way that this company feels like it's their product. Whereas with Pop Mart, sometimes it just feels like the distributor.
Yeah.
And we don't actually have access to that artist.
Right. That's true.
Like, I don't honestly know much about the creator of Skull Panda. They don't seem to have a secondary presence or a primary presence outside of Pop Mart. I know Crybaby did. Like, Crybaby was a thing before Pop Mart. Kubo was a thing before Pop Mart, and is still a massively like popular thing in like Thailand and the Philippines. And Bao Bao, who's the artist who makes and designs Kubo, they still release Kubo figures that are not Pop Mart, have nothing to do with Pop Mart. I don't know how they managed to get away with that, but most of the time, the Kubo figures that they release on their own are 10 times cooler than the Kubos that get released on Pop Mart. And I don't know why.
They must have to simplify it a lot for the mass production that Pop Mart will do.
And I will say, I love a lot of the designs that they had for the newest Kubo.
I do too.
But again, some of them are really reused. So I don't know.
Well, I get the impression that Pop Mart's not really like an artistry brand. Like, they do have a lot of cool artists that they work with, but I almost feel like they're run like a corporation, and so they probably are reusing these elements because it will save them manufacturing time. Like, the sampling time will go smoother if you reuse like 80% of the same figure. And then the cost, like, they have to justify cost to their shareholders and not just say, this is art, let me do art.
Which is all fair. And like, I have a business background and I get it. I get that the object of a corporation is to make money.
Number one.
But I don't know, I think it boils down to good business practice that if you want repeat customers, you need to treat the customers well, or at least have some pride in like what you're releasing.
Well, so one thing I was wondering, with these other brands that are, you know, beyond Pop Mart, do they have the same kind of like intense frequency of drops? Like
No.
Pop Mart is every single week.
Yeah, and I think that that's what, like, when we're talking about, like reusing 80% of the designs, that's like they have to because of that. I love that we got a new Kubo, but they just released that Kubo series. Like, Angel Palm just came out last year. It hasn't even been a full year since that last Kubo drop, and that's, don't get me wrong, I'll be happy if we see more Kubo from Pop Mart. As much as I love Kubo, and I just said that I want to see more like cool Kubo stuff, it's impossible to get Kubo, like from Bao Bao.
Yeah.
Because they only sell them in the Philippines and in Thailand, and almost exclusively at like conventions. They dropped a new one. I'm so excited.
Did they ever respond to you on Instagram about joining their cool club? You were telling me you have to join like a fan club. Yeah.
Yes, but no, they don't respond on Instagram because they're not on Instagram.
Oh.
I had to follow the third party through Instagram to Red Note.
Gotcha.
And then from Red Note to WeChat. And now I've gotten I have the invite from WeChat. So, cool. So now I have
it's like a speakeasy network.
It really is. Cool. So I have the virtual assistant for Bao Bao on my WeChat. But you can only purchase through Locker.
Oh my gosh, you're kidding me.
And I don't have access to Locker because that's not a thing that I can get here, and they don't ship. So Taobao and Locker I would have to purchase from, and to do that, I'd have to go through that. I have to sign up for one of those companies that will go buy it for me and then ship it.
Whoa, that's a lot of hoops to jump through.
It is, which is why I'm like, please, I guess I'll just accept that I'm not getting my amazing Kubos, and I'll just take what Pop Mart is willing to give me. But
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Pop Mart plush pendant with Kubo.
Pop Mart, just make a Kubo plush pendant.
Are you listening, Pop Mart? You were just saying that people are probably reluctant to buy stuff on TikTok Shop, but that's like the only place you can get some of this stuff right now. And it sometimes feels like you're not sure if these are like reputable stores, you know?
Yeah, it can be scary. I mean, like before I started, it was just a lot of people being like, no, that's your TikTok is a scam. TikTok Shop's gonna steal your information. I haven't had any issues. I mean, I don't think I've ever shopped with anyone that didn't have like any reviews or anything. But for the most part, if you're going on and you're buying from a live where you're watching them open it, and you're taking, they always ask you to take a screenshot after you've purchased it, and then you're looking at reviews, it's pretty safe. And there are a lot of really reputable TikTok live sellers. Toy Beta is a big one. I really like a lot of the smaller ones. Actually, my favorite, I'm going to shout out to U Toys. I keep meaning to make a video, like my own post about them, and I just haven't. I'm so behind on
Consider this the video.
I know, I've got other stuff on my mind, but hey Emily, here it is. I'm giving you a shout out. U Toys, they're awesome. They have helped me get so many of the things that I want. But if you make like you build these relationships with these sellers on TikTok, like what they'll do is sometimes they'll reach out to you and be like, hey, right now my sample is this, and I know you were looking for it. I'm holding on to it for you. Come get it.
That's so nice.
And like, so I've gotten a lot of the things that I really wanted because I've made these relationships with some of these folks. And back to like kind of what you were saying about community is, they're selling to me, and it's their job, it's their objective. But literally, like Emily on U Toys, the reason I'm shouting her out, like she sent me pictures of her graduation. Aww. And we talk about like,
that's so sweet.
We've talked about her
Happy graduation,
boyfriend.
Emily.
I know, she just graduated.
Congratulations.
She's like 22 and she just graduated college, and we've had like these long conversations like while we were just in chat, because with her regulars they show up and we're talking about like, you know, men and our boyfriends and showing off our pets and just talking about like the figures that we love. And it's just such a nice community. And the other cool thing is I can make requests of like, hey, you know, this thing is dropping, are you going to get it? And they're like, oh, I'm going to go tell my boss Mike to go order it for you right now, and then they'll let me know when it comes in. So I'm willing to spend a little bit more money sometimes on like those smaller channels, just because I like the community and I really like the service levels that I get there.
Yeah. All of us have to like have a job, and it's nice if you can have a job working with nice people.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she really appreciates you as well.
I hope so. I mean,
Yeah.
she's very nice, and all of the regulars that go in and just hang out with her are really nice.
Well, one of the questions I was going to ask you is, I feel like we're kind of like saying Pop Mart is a lot of people's like entry into this big world of blind boxes because it's so accessible, or maybe it's Miniso, or maybe it's like your gotcha store locally. But there's so much more out there, and there's all these like artists and IPs and series that are like kind of slept on by the majority of people,
Or at least in the US market.
in the US, yeah. So if people want to like see what else is out there, would you recommend going on TikTok shops?
That's the best way I think that you can, even if you're not looking to buy anything, going on a TikTok shop, in the lives specifically, you can request them to show you anything that they have. And they've got usually over 100 different things listed on their shops. So you can go in and just be like, hey, can you show me link number 8? And then they'll look at it and they'll pull it out. They have samples for every single thing that they have. So they'll pull out the sample, they'll show it to you, they'll like show you the family photo, which is the picture of all of them.
Yeah.
And they'll kind of walk you through like the different stuff. And then if you're like, okay, well, I like this, can you recommend other things like this style? Then they can go through and just show you all of the different things. And it's a great way to find new, like to really get into like new IPs, or at least discover what's out there. It's really hard, I think, to appreciate things just from pictures.
I agree.
Especially with the blind boxes, because sometimes you're just looking at like the side of the box.
Yeah.
And it's
from one angle.
And it's kind of like wedding dresses. Like they look blah on the hanger sometimes, but then when you see them in person, or like someone can turn them around and you can really see the details, it's a totally different experience.
I agree.
And I've found a lot of ones where I've gone in and I'm like, I'm gonna hate this one. This one looks so dumb. And then they show it to me and I'm like, gosh darn it, I guess I'm buying that.
I guess I don't hate it.
And there are some that I've seen that I've done that, where I've bought it and then I get it in person. I'm like, okay, I really don't actually love it as much as as I really did, but I only bought one.
My cat is currently attacking Caitlin with love and affection. So she's gonna try to climb on your shoulder, and then she's gonna try to climb into your mouth so she can take over your body.
I love it. I love it. It's so sweet. Anyway, I'm gonna steal your cat.
Oh, please, take her. She's yours.
I think easy entry brands for
Yeah.
people who like Pop Mart and want to start experimenting with other ones that I think are easy to get. Top Toy, Hey One, you can usually find those too, at least some of them in like Tesso Life or Ibisu. Mei Mei and Nami obviously are obvious choices. Nami is, I think, easier to find than Mei Mei and more popular. Nami is more cutesy and Mei Mei is more like creepy cute usually. And they just came out with Nami beans actually that were really cute. I don't really like Namis, but the Nami beans
Like
are
a little
really
pop bean type thing? Oh.
cute. Yeah.
Everything's cute little.
Joy Toy is pretty popular. I like a lot of beans from a lot of different companies. Of course, TNT Space, that's like, that's Lita, Dora, Ryan, Polar.
Do they make the, it's a little boy riding a suitcase. No.
That's 52 Toys.
Toys?
And those are actually pretty, 52 Toys is one of the easiest to get because we have one at Florida Mall.
Yeah, there's one in our mall.
There's one in our mall and they are so reasonably priced.
Yeah.
If you love like mystical fairy type stuff, the Sleeping Fairies series from them, they've got 3 of them now. Gorgeous. They are very pretty. Very like witchy sort of fairy core vibes with theirs. Nice detail. They also do Lilith, which is, they just released some more Lilith stuff. I think that's getting bigger. There's Nook, which I adore. I love Kino. Again, I tend to go more with like the slightly creepy vibe. Kino is a ghost girl, which is really cool. Very pretty series, but also like slightly, they're like creepy cute. Big dolls, like they're big figures comparatively. Very heavy, really intricate. really well made. I really like Kino. And they just came out with a couple of plush pendants for those too. Moonin, which is one of my favorite new series that just dropped. It was a small designer that just partnered with Top Toy. So they got their first plush pendant series, and I guess it did well enough that they just dropped a figure series as well. It's a really cool figure series. So again, like a little gothy, a little creepy, a little cute.
I know, that's why we make good case buddy and trade partners, because you tend to go for the ones that are more gothic, and I like the ones that are just cute little babies.
And I just, like, the baby stuff is hard for me. It was funny because I was listening to, I think you were talking about the big skull panda.
Yeah.
The punk one.
Punk plush one.
The punk plush one, where I don't know that they know what punks are. But
the punks are cool, like astronauts in space.
And you were talking about like you don't know what's up with, like, it just feels weird with the diaper, and I think it's because, and I've always felt this kind of way with the older Skull Panda series, because I want to like them so much. They have really cool designs, but Skull Panda is just like, and I know that Skull Panda is not supposed to have a gender and not supposed to like have that sort of feeling, but they're sexy in a way. So like some of their poses are, you know, just more adult feeling. And they wear makeup. It's very like children's pageant when they wear the diaper. And that's the only thing I can see is like, I'm watching a kid's like a little, one of those, what are they, beauty pageant, a kid's beauty pageant. I like the ones that aren't in diapers. What I would love for Pop Mart to do, and they're never going to do it, but what I would love for them to do is to take City of Night and remake it. Not do the little sitting down babies, but like think of some cool poses, some dynamic poses, and just remake that one.
Well, do you want to talk about any other exciting projects that you have in the works?
Yeah, we can talk about it. So I'm working on opening up a blind box and collectible shop here in Orlando. If you have ever been to or heard of Strange Cat Toys, I very much love their model around community and spotlighting, you know, indie artists, local artists, giving people a platform that helps them get found so that we're not just drowning in the Pop Marts of the world. Again, not that Pop Mart is bad, just having options is cool, and getting those smaller creators space to be seen is something that I really love that Strange Cat does, and it's something I want to do as well. But on top of that, I also want to offer classes on modifying figures, on resin printing, you know, hopefully casting at some point. I haven't done casting in a while. It's a lot, but it's fun. I just want to have more stuff for our community here in Orlando that isn't just big box stores.
We need that for sure.
Yeah, community roots would be cool just to have. And I'm looking at spaces right now, which is why this is in a weird place, because it all came together really quick. And I've really only put together the business plan a couple weeks ago, and there's a space, a local space here on Mills that is perfect, and I'm just waiting to hear back on the lease if my proposal gets chosen. And if it does, I will have 2.5, 3 weeks to
plenty of time
open shop. And that comes with
what a luxurious timeline.
Supplier, like getting suppliers. That comes with business grants that I have to apply for, and you can't apply for most business grants until you have a physical address.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get on some supplier lines.
I'm excited about that. Will you do an online store?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So if people are listening and they're not local to Orlando, they can check you out. Where would they find you?
It's Vault and Vinyl toyco.com.
Nice. And vinyltoyco.com. I like that name.
It took a long time to come up with that name. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had time to like work with an artist on branding and like marketing and stuff.
You got 3 weeks.
That's something that can evolve. That's something that can evolve. That's fine. I want to go with wherever I end up. I'm going to do mural.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
For people who aren't local to Orlando, we have a really cool mural scene.
We do.
Lots of amazing artists around here, and I enjoy doing murals myself, but I think I would open it up to have like different artists from around Orlando and the surrounding areas come and just make a collage of mural and artwork. I want it to feel like Orlando, but I also want it to feel like an artistic space for people.
Yeah. I think that is the nice part. I mean, people think of Orlando and they think of Disney and the theme parks and everything that's over on iDrive, but
Which we have
that, but also
really
there's
Orlando.
so much more to it. Like there's so much more, and you might not venture to like the Mills 50 area on your family vacation, but if you do, you're gonna find like such a cool little community with like all these different markets. You can hopefully go to Vault and Vinyl Toy Co.
Yeah.
Well, Caitlin, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say on the pod before I wrap up our segment together?
Don't be afraid to try new IPs. Remember, you don't have to be a completionist.
Right.
You can just buy the ones you like.
It's true.
Also, you don't have to buy blind. I know it's fun. Let yourself do a couple of blinds. Get the ones that you want without spending crazy amounts of money.
Yes.
Through any of the means that we talked about today.
It's so true. There's nice people like Emily out there trying to help you get your targets.
Yes, and they're so sweet and they're so nice. And
I know, I love this little community. I know that not everybody is as nice as we are, or I'd like to say that we are, but I feel like the majority of people are. Like the majority of people are just excited to like have somebody else to like geek out with and like look at cute things together and like maybe trade in the future, maybe not, but just like kind of share this little joy with each other. I love that.
Yeah. Most of the time when you see people being jerks, everyone else is like, stop. Go away if you're going to be like this.
You don't belong here.
Like, it's not that serious.
Yeah, that's true. Especially when you are buying toys.
Yeah.
It's not that serious,
If it's not bringing you joy, don't do it.
You know? Swiping. It's so funny because I had a list of questions prepared for Caitlin. One thing about me is I always come prepared. And the moment we started chatting about all of that, all my questions went out the window and we just naturally covered so much ground together. Thank you so much, Caitlin, for being my first ever guest on the Blind Box podcast. I'm really inspired by your entrepreneurial spirit and your passion for the artistry behind blind boxes and designer toys. I hope I can cover more of your process bringing Vault and Vinyl Toy Co. to the market and building a community space for blind box fans to connect and learn something new. And you'd better believe I'll be there on opening night with my little microphones capturing as much for the pod as possible. Finally, bestie, thank you so much for listening. I love making this podcast, and it's so interesting because I've never been a particularly loquacious person, but learning a new skill and connecting with people here has been so rewarding already, only 5 episodes in. So stick around for the next episode. We're discussing mindfulness and collecting. Can those two things coexist? I think so, but you can be the judge. Until next time, bestie, go try something new. You might surprise yourself by how much you like it. I had wrapped up this recording and I was starting to work on the edit when I found in the Apple Podcast app the section for reviews, and I'm floored, you guys. I just have to come back here and express my deepest gratitude to Ree, Rudy, and Leslie for writing a review and the kind messages of encouragement that you guys shared. I mean, just thinking about you guys going out of your way and taking time out of your hectic lives to leave a review of the pod will honestly make me emotional if I think about it too much. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you know how appreciated you are and how much that means to me. You guys have totally made my whole day. Thank you so much.